What's up everybody, Frank Valkyrie. Welcome to the channel for another video, Italian version, style, Italian edition, whatever you like to name that. And today we're gonna go deeper on some of the details of this Substack articles that it's blowing up all over the place. Yesterday we did more or less throughout all article. Today we're going to focus on some of the evidence suggested, alleged, narrated, shared eh, from this person, Gia, to Jessica. And oh boy, I said, oh boy, only twice so far. We have the gift that keeps on giving. I would love to move on to Will Smith, to other things, perhaps to healing, whatever that is, video that we can make. But we are here because we have to keep sharing the truth. Also, because if you look around, there is already a bunch of articles which they're totally insane about JD, about the fans, and unsealed document that they're damaging his reputation. It's all BS. The truth is that JD in the last period is gaining more followers than ever before, or at least at a constant rate. And the other person, AH, also is getting some follower. Probably bots. Probably bots. Anyway, we don't care. But let's dive into it together about this part of the article. As you remember yesterday, this article on Substack from Jessica Reed Krause, where she is alleging and sharing all the information about the, let's say, origins of this woman and this womanizer. Also, it seems the case here, seems appropriate. And as we learned, she seemed to be on the scene already from back to 2011 in LA, both the Chateau Marmont and also the Abbey something. We'll find out here where that place is. Abbey at the Abbey, West Hollywood. So seems to be a regular. And as you remember here at the beginning of the article, it's described as, sex parties where the first revelation that came to me about her being there, also her being the sort of centerpiece, and also the woman apparently that was good at recruiting underage girls. And again, I'm alleging, I'm just reading the article. Like, take this with a grain of salt. Let's not be too foolish. But this came out, so we have to give it some space and see where it goes. So these are the allegation, and we're going to focus on that because they're pretty heavy, you know. Now, apart the whole story with Elon Musk, apart the sex, like menage a trois with other people and this woman Gia, um, we're gonna focus on this event of Gia that we first met AH at those parties. Again, for me, in between adults consenting, uh, to whatever the freak you want, it's none of my business. But obviously, when the story starts to go in the direction of alleging that somebody uh, is bringing in struggling actresses or model for the sake of providing, let's say, services to the ultra wealthy, in a way does not surprise me altogether, but it's freaking illegal and gross. So, and there's part of me that somehow is not surprised. So here we go. The part of Gia that it's interesting here focuses on when she moved to LA. She's from Southern Town in search of modeling jobs, where she connected with famous faces almost immediately. Invitation to gala events and nightclubs, the usual mumbo jumbo. The life in LA was thrilling. Started to go with the A-lister in holidays, Saint Tropez and whatnot. And those guys, man, are willing, or women, I don't know, because here we're talking also of LGBT community in this sense, of course. They're willing to do all kinds of length and paying apparently to have their services provide their needs met. Perhaps after that, they're also gonna do like a yoga session, hot yoga, or maybe Kundalini breathing with the kill juice after satanic rituals, okay? Because you gotta compensate the yin and yang, perhaps. Who knows? There's all kinds of stuff going on here, but The meeting with Gia, this Gia woman, says took place in the hub in West Hollywood, where Heard introduced her to her best friend Rocky, and she made the first move kissing Gia and slipping a pill in her mouth. Now, I suppose that was not a multivitamin, eh? Maybe it was strong vitamin C, or maybe a multivitamin B because vegans. We don't know. We will never know. I remember her kissing me and nothing else, Gia told me on our first phone call. When she woke up, she found herself alone in Amber's Silver Lake loft, deemed a tree house, with a handwritten note on the bed beside her. She says she was confused but enamored because she had never been into women. The intensity of this new attraction caught her off guard. She credited Amber as being very seductive and smart. She figured out what you liked and told you things you wanted to hear. It was almost like being in a trance whenever I was around her. And here we have Morning Lovely, had to rush out, make yourself at home. Kiss A. I mean, guys, honestly, this feels like also part of a sort of like cheap like semi erotic novel, those that you find at gas station here in Italy as well. And again, we have a pictures here of topless women being together having fun. We don't care. But if you start to talk about this, Gia is literally alleging that she was drugged, she's underage, and that's no good. That's no good. Why this is coming out now, I have no freaking clue. But you can be sure that if it's true and these people gain more courage to come forward, then, well, we might hear a little bit more. To wrap it up, this last part here at a Great Gatsby team party, where this G, after the whole breakup with Elon Musk and H took place, she basically showed up with a boyfriend with a date that probably was also for whatever period a boyfriend of AH as well. And the Gia here is alleging that she does not like AH, that somebody else plays with her toys. So when she saw her at the party with this date, the incredible happened here, like basically displaying of violence in front of everybody. She grabbed me by the neck and started slashing my dress with a wine opener. Come on. I mean, it does sound like a script from a movie, honestly. But again, we're just reading through this alleged, revelation sharing with Jessica here, this article. We have to, only time can tell. But it feels freaking crazy and maniac, like here, it's described. Screaming that she was going to slit my neck for fucking her boyfriend. It took a friend of Amber to finally pull her off of Gia and away from the bar, but the shredded dress marked an indefinite end to whatever lingering infatuation still remained. To me, again, these all like traits scream great narcissist sociopath all over the place with the little knowledge that I have about the things that I've amassed and learned about this personality disorder. And obviously, if there is more to that, this person feels like, who could be fun for a moment, but then you have to run like hell if things get a little bit more intimate, because all of those issues are going to emerge. And that's exactly what it seemed to happen in the relationship with JD. That basically this man had to cope with a freaking sociopath narcissist that basically over time literally tried to destroy his soul. And now all this article about, erectile dysfunction and medication, and also not acknowledging the fact that actually a man that has been abused um, probably doesn't have much desire, especially if it's combating other issues and trying to get sobered and cleared up. So there's a lot of like body shaming going around here about still the stigmata about being a male victim, which I find it absolutely abhorrent. Because again, the only reason why we keep chattering about this is because there is a whole wave of misinformation and pieces of manure which they're still trying to relitigate this case, trying to offer fabricated information. The only thing we can do, we report this stuff and we correct as we go, trying to keep in mind that slowly but surely the truth will reveal itself at the end. So, guys, this is crazy criminal allegation, which could have an impact later on because what? Huh? An ACLU ambassador for women getting paid $30,000 apparently for speeches for empowering women. This Gia person is alleging that she got peeled underage and more underage doing stuff that we're not supposed to be doing in strange places. We could have an old discussion there, but of course, let me know your thoughts on this. And we're gonna go deeper and deeper. Stay safe, stay cool, drink your water. Thank you so much for your support. I'm out.